ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? Now, here's a name that I didn't really expect to see in news headlines. The channel that I personally subscribe to is Linus Tech Tips. And if you don't know what's going on with what's happening over there on their channel, which has 15 million subscribers, by the way, so huge channel for PC hardware. Let's take a look. I'll fill you in. Recent criticism of Linus Tech Tips explained, and this is via PC Gamer. And they start out with hardware channel Linus Tech Tips defended itself following a competitor's claims about its accuracy, ethics, and responsibility. I watch quite a bit of Linus Tech Tips, and I gotta say, pretty straightforward, honest person. When they make mistakes, when he's made mistakes, or when he's taking breaks and stuff like that, and content wasn't getting uploaded, he was very straightforward and honest with what's going on with everything in the channel. So continuing with the original story on what's going on, Linus Tech Tips founder Linus Sebastian has admitted sloppiness in the hardware review channel's handling of controversy that erupted over a recent review of a high-end water cooling system. But says what really bothers him about the situation is how quickly the pitchforks were raised. Trouble began on June 24th in a video that Sebastian and an assistant put together a water-cooled PC using Billet Labs Monoblock, a system designed to cool both the CPU and GPU simultaneously. The Monoblock is not actually in production at this point. It's available for pre-order at Billet Labs' website for $841. The device tested by LTT was apparently a unique prototype. Continuing, the build did not go smoothly. The installation of the cooling block was difficult, and the GPU they used wasn't proper match for the cooler. The unit Billet Labs sent was meant for a GeForce GTX 3090, but LTT tested it on a 4090. According to Linus Tech Tips writer Adam Sondergaard, who assisted on the test, the manufacturer said the device would work with 4090 card, but it didn't know how well. Not well at all, as it turned out. Quote, the best case scenario for this thing is the temps are slightly better than other coolers, Sebastian said in review's conclusion. But the experience of building with it is a nightmare, and the advantage over literally any other solution are negligible. So that in turn ticked off a bunch of people on August 14th. There is a channel called Gamers Nexus, which is, I guess you would call a competitor, was questioning accuracy, ethics, and responsibility and accused him of rushing content out the door in order to achieve quantity over quality. You know, when you have like a channel so big, you can't really be perfect. I understand where Gamers Nexus is going, where it's like, how many other reviews of hardware and products have you done that you didn't put enough time and energy into to accurately represent what that product is? I think right off the bat, they should have tested it on a 3090 instead of a 40, as the device was originally designed for. But continuing on, Linus writes, to my team, I stressed the importance of diligence in our work because there are so many eyes on us. We are going through some growing pains. We've been very public about them in the interest of transparency, which he has, because I know they had hired months and months ago, maybe earlier this year. I recall him mentioning that they hired some people to actually like help run the day-to-day things so that he wouldn't necessarily have to kind of, he could kind of just do his thing while there were other people more responsible for like the back end bulk of things. I continue, we've been very public about them in the interest of transparency, and it's clear we have some work to do on internal processes on communication. We have already been doing a lot of work intentionally to clean up our processes, but these things take time. Rome wasn't built in a day, but that's no excuse for sloppiness. Now, another issue here is that he ended up not selling the monoblock, but giving it up for auction. And that wasn't negotiated. I don't know if he directly did it or just the company itself did it and he just found out later. They that was kind of weird. I don't know why they would have done that, knowing that it was a prototype. But Sebastian said that LTT has agreed to compensate Billet Labs for the cost of their prototype. And continues to say that didn't make much of an impression on Burke, who argued in a follow-up video posted today that Sebastian's response was inaccurate. On the 10th of August, we were told by LTT via email that the block had been sold at auction. Billet Labs explained there was no apology. We replied on the 10th of August within 30 minutes, telling LTT that that wasn't okay and that it was a X number prototype, and we asked that they plan to reimburse us. And they continue to say we received no reply and no offer payment until 2 hours after Gamers Nexus video went live and obviously caused a bunch of riffraff. Billet Labs did say that they will not mourn our missing block, and they're in the development of working on another one. Yes, it sucks, and the prototype has gone. Is gone. It's slowed us, but absolutely not stopped us. We have pre-orders for it and plan to push ahead with our first production. Continuing on, Linus goes, "We know that we're not perfect," wrote Sebastian. "We wear our imperfection on our sleeves in the interest of ensuring that we stay accountable to you, but it's sad and unfortunate when this transparency gets warped into a bad thing. The labs team is hard at work creating process and tools to generate data that will benefit all consumers, a work in progress that is very much not done and that we've communicated needs to be treated as such. Do we have notes under some videos? Yes. Is it because we were striving transparency improvement? Yeah. So yeah, with 15.6 million YouTube subscribers, yeah, he's the most popular one. When you're that popular, when you get that big and popular, I'm just saying in general, not in this situation, people want to see the mighty fall. People want to see the fall of a king and the rise of a new hero. And when you're looking at life through a computer screen and echo chambers, regardless of what you're doing, if you're a content creator or a streamer or a really great artist, musician, etc., if you can take down the king, people like that. It gives people hope. I can't give you an opinion on the Gamers Nexus channel, so I'll have to check that out. But I think as far as the pitchforks rising on this, I have to agree with Linus Tech Tips. But also, as I stated previously, they got a little sloppy with this review, and companies rely on at least having honest reviews of hardware. When you give it to somebody with a channel that has this many views, it can make or break a piece of hardware or even a company for that matter. So, and it was a prototype. So, again, I would have just thrown on a 3090 on there, spent some extra time testing out the block. I think, though, that this isn't as big as a deal that they should be making it out as. But like I said, they want to see the mighty fall. And good for them. Let's see. I mean, good luck. At the end of the day, perfection halts progress. So, can you be perfect all the time? No. Can you own up to your mistakes? Yes. Which we see Linus doing. How do you guys feel? Does this leave a bad taste in your mouth? Are you going to unsubscribe now from Linus Tech Tips? Have you just heard about Linus Tech Tips because of this? Let me know down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. That's some news. I appreciate you guys a lot. I'll talk to you soon.